All right. Well, welcome, everyone. This is our team huddle for February 25th, 2018. And this is actually the last huddle for the month of February. And so what I wanted to do over the next, I'm really going to try to keep this to about 20 minutes. What I wanted to do over the next 20 minutes is really talk about closing strong. What does that look like? How do you position yourself as a business owner, as an independent consultant to close out your business strong? Because you are the driver of this business, whether you believe that or not. You are, and you don't. I used to feel for a long time in my business like I didn't have control of my business. I couldn't control the results. I couldn't really make things happen. And I was always kind of at the mercy or waiting for other people to get back to me or things like that. And I just really want you guys to know that you can absolutely take full control of your business. Full control, winky, winky, just kidding. And you can absolutely be the driver of your business and what's going to happen over the next 4 days. So one of the things about closing strong that we're going to really talk about is you want to start to think about where am I, or you want to know where you are, and then you want to know where you're going to get to. And not I hope I get there, it would be nice if I got there, but there's a decision of this is where I'm going to get. And there's always kind of the asterisk behind this is where I'm going to get. And the asterisk is, if I don't get there, it's okay. Like your business isn't over. It's not the end of the world if you don't get there. But that asterisk should be really teeny tiny small. Like you shouldn't be, if you're going into the next 4 days with this attitude of like, well, I hope I get there, we'll see, you're not going to get anywhere. And I know that sounds harsh, but you're just really not. This business, when you see people promoting, when you see people sponsoring, when you see people getting to that next level, wherever that is in their business, it's because they just decide. And then they work from that point of decision. Okay. So what you want to be doing is you really want to start kind of closing your business out pretty softly. Like, let me look at my calendar so I get my days right here. So we have till Wednesday. So really like tomorrow is kind of your pre-close, close, okay? Then Tuesday is going to be a more intense close. And then Wednesday, you're going to like amp it up and you're going to do everything that you know to do to close it out strong. But you can't wait until Tuesday night or Wednesday afternoon to start closing your business. It really starts tomorrow. And some of this really you are doing all along the month. But like if you have any PCs that have any free shipping, free gift, or free rewards, they need an email, they need a text, they need a phone call, they need multiple touches. Most of the PCs are not using their rewards because they don't know that they have them, or they don't know in enough time to make the decision. And that's kind of a shame on us. Like all we have to do is go into our team reports, pull a report to see who has a free gift, a free reward, and we just simply let them know. And we don't need to decide if we think they're going to use it or not. We just need to tell them, like, they're going to be getting rewards every 30 to 60 days as they're using their account. So like if you had somebody that last month redeemed a reward and got a free gift, more than likely they've qualified for another one for this month. Don't decide, well, she just bought last month, I just don't know if she's going to want to do it. Just offer it to her, okay? Or offer it to him and let them decide. A really awesome thing that you can do if you ever want to like be stocking your personal product, you want to get another RE9 set, is you can enter the orders for them. You can create a party in the events program. You can open it up and, just drop in all of those PCs, and then you get the benefits of the host rewards. I mean, it's just so brilliant and simple. It's very simple. It's a great way to bring in QV. It's a great way to get more product in people's hands. It's just all of those things are really advantageous. Okay. Tomorrow night, we have a Facebook Live. We have a Facebook Live on the nutrition find 5 people who want to hear a little bit more about the nutrition. Again, it's just being intentional. It's doing multiple touches. It's swinging back with people that missed the last one, or, going back to the people who've done the 30 days to healthy living and say, hey, do you have one friend that you would recommend hearing about what you did? We've got a call tonight or call tomorrow night. It's a Facebook Live. It's super simple to plug into. They just watch it from their phone. I would love that referral. And just maximizing and really utilizing all of those things. You also want to be looking at who in your business is currently a consultant, and they maybe aren't actively building the business, but they have PCs under them. They have the ability to go scoop in 500 QV, 1,000 QV. Reach out to them and just say, hey girl, I so appreciate you in my business. I know right now is maybe not the time that you're really running with the system. No problem. I know, you can look up their PCs. You can say, I know you've got 10 PCs, 6 of them have rewards. If you would reach out to them, that would be awesome. If, you want me to reach out to them, I can totally do that. And you're just, Lisa Voorhees talks all the time about taking everything out to its best possible conclusion. You're just wanting to follow rabbit trails. That's what this business is. We're planting a lot of seeds. We don't know which ones are going to grow. We just, we plant a seed. It might die out in 90 days. It might be the beginning of a forest that you never saw coming. You just never know, but your job is just to follow those rabbit trails to the best possible conclusion and really just look for every opportunity, okay? Go through your PCs, and if you're like, she's nutrition, sample her a skincare set tomorrow. Get her something. Get her some cosmetics. I think that we could really beef up our PC sales and our retention rate and our reorder rate by just kind of urbanizing the PCs we already have, or urbanizing the consultants that we already have in our business. Okay, so I think that that's really important. Another place to go do that. The other thing I want to challenge you guys to go do in the next 3 days is go sponsor one new consultant. If you've already sponsored one consultant this month, that's awesome. Go sponsor another one. Just go find somebody, just anybody that comes to mind. All you have to say is send them a text and say, hey, I've been thinking about you. I would love to do this with you. Would you be open to hearing more? Or I think you'd be great at doing what I do. Would you be open to hearing more? Or you can send them a little bit of a bigger text, but you don't really even have to. It's just those little, like, I've been thinking about you. I'd love to do this together. And just simply asking people. Many times people say yes to the first company, network marketing company that they're offered. That was for sure me. I said yes to the first company that I was offered. Just so glad, by the grace of God, it was Arbonne and not another one. But most people don't say yes to a network marketing business because they're never asked. They're never invited. And most people are not going to assert themselves into your business. Okay, so you just have to ask. The last thing that I want you guys to think about as you're focusing on closing out this month is that there is a skill of closing out this month while keeping next month in the game. Meaning, if you find yourself saying, next month's going to be so awesome, I didn't get everything, I didn't really do what I wanted this month, but next month's going to be awesome, and you're always a next monther, that's really just like death to your business. Don't be a next monther. Close February strong. Like, win the month of February. If you are at a 0 right now, if you're at 500, if you're at 5,000, what do you need to do in the next 3 days to win the month? What does that look like? And just win the month. Don't try to focus on, I'm going to make March so awesome, and I'm going to go for 10,000, and I'm going to, do all these things that probably deep down you don't believe you're going to do because you haven't been doing them for the last 3 months or 6 months or 9 months. So just go out and win the month, win February. While you're doing that, understand that you want to create consistency in your business. So you want to start March 1st with some activity on your calendar. Okay, so I'm going to share that image that I shared with the leaders and those of you that are in the frenzy of the little incentive that I'm doing for March, that any of my hostesses, they're going to get entered to win a pair of Kate Spade earrings. If you want to share that exact same image, you can. Mine has on it that they will get $175 in product for free if they get me in front of 5 people, because I'm willing to be confident and take the risk that if I'm going to get in front of 5 people, I'm going to get them to that 250 mark of sales, and I'm willing to put out the $30 to cover their rewards. If you don't want to put out the $30 to cover their rewards, it's no problem. You can just make a new image or, you know, block that part out. That's not a big deal. But you really want to be positioning yourself and we're just kind of spin lots of different plates, not in the place of like, oh, I'm so crazy, I'm spinning all these plates, but you have to plan ahead, right? So I'm going to challenge you, go get 3 events for March on your calendar. People have come out of the holidays, they are back into routine, and they're going to be facing spring break and all of those things that there's always some holiday or some next thing. But here's the thing, you guys, people are realizing, holy buckets, I'm 2 months into 2018, and this is looking no different than 2017. And I want to do something different. And as much as people set resolutions, I believe in January, the reality that their life is really not looking any different starts to settle in March. And I think March is a great time. Anytime is a great time, but just to go get in front of people, to sponsor people, to find hosts, to gather people. Spring is coming, the sun's coming out. People aren't, hibernating so much. And it's just a great time to gather people and invite people. Okay. So work to book 3 events this week for March, so that you have something on your calendar as we open up our March calendar. And if you're like, I got 3, go book 3 more. There's nothing in your business that activity won't fix. And I know we hear that all the time, but it's really so true, you guys. Like, if you're ever at a place where you're like, it's just slow, we're chugging along and I'm not really getting where I want to be, most often it's because you're just not in front of enough people within a 30-day time span. And why that should be encouraging to you and not discouraging to you is that you can change it. You can always change it. You can always decide to just do a little bit more. You can decide tomorrow, I'm just going to go out of my house and I'm going to find somebody, or I'm going to pick up my phone, because your phone probably holds names and numbers of people that you either haven't yet reached out to because you're nervous, you're afraid, you're intimidated, you've decided for them that they're not interested or they can't afford it, which really shame on us for ever deciding for somebody, or you haven't gotten a hold of them yet. So try again, try to reach out to them again, see if they'll respond to a text, see if they'll respond to an invite, do whatever you can do to get them to interact with you. Or there's somebody that you've reached out to 3 months ago, 6 months ago, 12 months ago, and the timing wasn't right. Your job is to circle back. Your job is to ask again. The average person, you guys, in anything needs 6 to 7 exposures. Most people stop asking after the second no thank you. How many people are we leaving at the second no thank you? And we just have to circle back with them, because we just never know the time. The gal that, I don't know if she's on the call tonight, but she's one of the new consultants that I welcomed to the team, Betsy. She's just awesome. I have had Betsy as a consumer for years. I have told Betsy from day one, I think you'd be an amazing Arbonne consultant. The timing was never right for her. And it's not that right now she's ready to jump all into the business and, do that, but she's seeing the benefits. It's connecting up. And so it's just exciting. And so you just never know. You just have to go back and ask again. Okay, so those are some of the high points that I wanted to hit tonight on that closing strong. And there's some fun little images or memes that I'm going to put up. One of them that I love, I want to look it up for you. It's from another NVP, and it's Shannon Wenzel. I love her. She's just got this very witty personality and sense of humor. But she posted this image to her team today, and it said, if you quit, go get popcorn and be ready to watch the ones who didn't. And I just love that, because here's the thing, you guys, you're either going to quit, you're going to kind of just like, I'll do it next month. Just go get popcorn and then watch those of us that aren't going to quit, because there's a lot of people that aren't going to quit. There's a lot of things happening in Arbonne. This is the time that you really need to just lean in, step up to your business, go offer this message of hope and answers for people. You know, I love that what we get to do is we get to just share with people a solution. Arbonne isn't the dream, really. It's the solution, it's the answer, it's the vehicle to get them to that place, to get them to the time, to get them to the income that they want, so that they can go do the things that they want to do, okay, with this business, with their time, with their passions, okay? So last thing that I wanted to cover, because I know we've got a lot of new people that are coming into the team, and then a lot of people that weren't at the Bash and Nash. I wanted to just quickly go over what do I have in the VIP fit kits, because I don't know if we've really gone over that maybe as well as I could have. So you guys have been hearing like we're dropping off fit kits. And so what I did was I bought these green bags from Arbonne. They're really inexpensive, but you can use a Ziploc bag. I mean, I don't care what you use, but these are just really nice. And I think they're like a 25 pack for really inexpensive. So what I put in them is, get the contents out. I have an RE9 skincare set, okay? These come in a pack of 10. They're like $2 a pack. I have a Discover Arbonne little opportunity brochure. You can also print off Eye on Arbonne's. I just like this because it's professional, it's comprehensive, it is a little overview of the company, culture, introduces them to a little bit of the people. And then what I have in here is I have a nutrition kit. So because the nutrition is a few multiple items and the skincare is just one, I put this in a separate little baggie. Again, these are like those little like party favor bags, or these are ones I ordered off Amazon that have like a little sticky label to them. But they're just a little bag. I put the protein powder in it. You can buy the protein powder from Arbonne in the 10 packs. You get the QV for it. You get your discount on it. I think that they're great. You can also, if you have, if you're like, I don't have those, but I've got a big bag of protein, just put 2 scoops in a Ziploc bag. It doesn't really matter. I just like these because if I mail them to somebody, they're getting this versus like powder in a Ziploc bag. But you can do that too. It doesn't really matter, especially if they're like friends and family of yours, it won't matter. I put a tea in it, and then I put a fizzy. This little document on this side details out the nutrition products. On this side, it gives an overview of the 30 Days to Healthy Living program. Okay, this piece of paper is on our Life by Design website under the 30 Days to Healthy Living tab. Okay, so it's super simple to find. I can tell you exactly what it's called under the 30 Days to Healthy Living and Beyond tab. That little piece of paper is called Sample Day Fit Kit PDF. Okay, so it's all right there for you. I don't put the Digestion Plus in here, even though it lists it out, because they don't really need to try it. It's a probiotic and a digestive enzyme. They're not going to use it and be like, oh, I'm going to buy the kit because of that. They are looking for the taste, you know, mostly of these products. So I put this with this in this little handy dandy green bag. Now, what I have come to find is that if you spend little bits of time getting prepared for the week or the month, your business just runs a lot more smoothly, and you're not having to, excuse me, kind of be scrambling. So what I do is I just make up like 10 of these at a time, So I've got them. And then I always have 2 with me in my work bag. Like I never leave the house without 2 of these, because if I run into somebody, we end up talking about Arbonne, or I'm like, oh my gosh, I've so good to see you, or whatever it is, whether it's a set appointment, obviously I would have one of these with me, but if it's just a random, I'm out, I end up seeing somebody, I want to be prepared. You know, many times people are like, oh, so-and-so is so lucky, she's just sponsoring all these people. And luck is just when preparedness meets opportunity. So are you prepared when you meet opportunity? If you strike up a conversation with somebody at work, with somebody at the gas station, you know, grocery store, Starbucks, gas station, wherever, Target, are you ready to give them something? Or do you have to say, oh gosh, it was so nice to meet you, but I don't know, I guess I could get you samples in a couple days, and maybe I could get your number. You know, just give this to them and say, I love your phone number. I'd love to follow up with you, or, you know, if it's somebody that you know. So being prepared is really important. So I have 10 of these that I keep made up. I have 2 that I carry with me all the time. And then when I'm getting down to only maybe having 3 total, I put 10 again, together again, so that you're always ready. So that's what the Fit Kit looks like. They're really handy. They're just a really effective way to be sharing the products. I mean, I've had several PCs, new PCs this month with, you know, 150 orders up to the ASVPs from the Fit Kits, just from sampling out the product to people. So here's what I want to tell you guys. I want you to understand that what happens between now and the end of the month is from a point of decision, a committed heart, no excuses. If you are a consultant and you're not yet a district manager, you can be a district manager in the next 3.5 days. And if you're like, I don't understand how, talk to your sponsor, talk to me, you can totally do it. It takes hustling, it takes finding a few team members, it takes sharing these products, but it can happen. Get yourself into qualification for district manager. Get yourself to your district bonus. Get yourself to that area manager qualification. Wherever it is, just go more. Just go further than you've gone before, so that you can build on that. You know, every month you want to be stretching yourself so that your ceiling of 1 month is the floor for the next month, and you just build, you know, incrementally. So I'm excited, you guys. This month, really, it's been a ton of fun, not only in my personal business, but just seeing what's going on in the team. Because here's the thing, we were definitely in the like days of the holidays, which is totally normal. And then we kind of had a really slow, sluggish January. And now we're just coming back to really being this team of just amazing things are happening, you guys. And I'm just so proud of you. Our sponsoring is awesome. And here's the thing, we have, you know, we're about halfway to that goal of 100 new signups. Do I think that we can sponsor 50 people in the next 3.5 days? Yes, I really do. There's over 25 of us that are actively involved in this team. So that's all of us just finding 2 people. Do I think we can do that? Yes, I totally think that we can do that. So when you're sponsoring is next month's business. Sponsoring is where your business is going. Okay. So I'm just so proud of you guys. I love you all. I hope that was helpful. Does anybody have any questions or comments or anything about like closing strong, or what we want to be focusing on, or questions about kind of what I shared? Nope. Okay. Oh, Lori has a question. Lori, you're on mute.
No, I'm not. Quick question. If you have a 20-minute one-on-one set up with someone, do you typically bring the Fit Kit with you? Do you automatically assume that you're going to give them one, or do you just do the 20-minute one-on-one? I guess I've always just brought like a sample. So now with the Fit Kits, do you go that elaborate? Because sometimes I don't.
Yeah, I always like, and really I've always handed out both. Like I've never had anybody leave my presence without a fizzy. Because to me, it's like my favorite thing. So yes, I've just added in the protein and the tea. So I just take those because to me, you're also kind of casting a broader net of like the products they could be using. If the skincare doesn't snag their attention, you know, because I've had people who are like, yeah, I'll try the skincare, and then I give them the fit kit, and then like, well, actually, I really love the protein. I didn't know I was going to love the protein or whatever, or vice versa. Like they want to try the protein, and they're like, well, I kind of really love the eye cream, and then it just so I never, you know, you don't always know what's going to catch their attention. So I just give them those, and you know, I am. I think Lisa Voorhees did an excellent training. It was either this Saturday or last Saturday, and they're recorded. But she was just talking about like setting up the drop or the sampling, you know, letting people know you're going to be following up, setting the time for the follow up, you know, because she's like, if you don't, you might as well just be handing out like $5 bills to people because you're passing out products that you're not, you know, being responsible to follow up with them. So I think it's just letting people know, like, will you be willing to use it? Will you be, you know, open to giving me your feedback, whatever that looks like. And then always, you know, one of the skills that differentiates or that just kind of when you become it's a skill that you're honing, I guess, when you become more of that professional, is that you're always leaving an appointment with the next appointment booked.
Yep.
And that's not a natural skill. That's something I totally had to work on, and I still have to be mindful of. But I always wanted to know that when I'm giving them that, I know we are both in agreement when I'm going to contact them next, or when we're in agreement of when I'm going to follow up with them, so that it's not this ping pong back and forth. I'm wasting lots of time or feeling like, oh, I'm really hounding them or bothering them, because we've agreed upon a time that they're going to try it, get back to me, and give me their feedback.
Yeah. Yeah. So, I think the book just thoughts on that. I think the book that we're doing now is kind of help because, you know, we heard that a lot is fall in love with the process, right? Not the outcome. Mm-hmm. And I think, I mean, we know that it takes that many exposures, so that almost is starting to make it more fun because I'm like, oh, I'm just going to drip enough to draw them back in for the next appointment. So it's starting to feel like that instead of, you know, because sometimes it takes that many exposures. I mean, it took me 8 before I signed up, 8 over 8 months, right? So I think when she said that, it sounds very matter of fact, but sometimes it's just starting to click like, oh, this is fun. It's really just kind of exposing and dripping on them over and over and setting up that next time. So, and I think this 12-week of Frenzy thing is awesome because we constantly have a new live, and there is something that's more fun about making it a live versus just sending the video. Yeah. And then, and I just
is part of it.
Yeah. I just, participated in one that was for a gal that I know that I'm friends with that sells 31. And so I was like, oh, I want to see what their live is like. So I chimed in. They had this mega party and they did the live post. They did all the posts just to see how it feels. And it was super fun. And I'm thinking it was more interactive, but I will say there were only a few people on that call. And I was like, wow, ours has like 70, 80, 90 people. And so that alone, and that's why I think, and I went back to check to see our live videos of the other ones. When you watch it recorded, it doesn't show the number of people watching. So now I realize it's that much more important to get them on during the live because then they see the pure volume of people that are watching and interested. Because that was interested to see when I was on live, I could see that they, you know, there was like less than 10 on there.
That's a good point.
So I think just seeing that, I think if someone looking or considering a business are like, oh my gosh, yeah, like I'm not one of 3 people on this call. I'm one of 100. This must be a big deal, right? So,
right. Yeah. No, that's good feedback, Lori. That's awesome. Yeah. And then I think when we fall in love with the process, we can just hold kind of it's easier to keep our emotions in check about the business. It's easier to not get so excited and then also not so discouraged because you're just like, cool, we're just watering. And she's crowded. I'm going to water her a little bit more. Oh, she's dying. No problem. I'll come back to her later. You know, and you just have more of a gentleness, I think, about you and an attractiveness because then nobody feels like, oh, she's just so desperate for me. Yeah. And that's why too, even as consultants, when we sponsor a consultant, you guys, the very best thing that you can do for the new consultant that you've sponsored is go sponsor another consultant. Because it is a subconscious, unconscious message that I'm so pumped to have you, but I'm not waiting for you. And all my expectation is not riding on you. And it eliminates them being like, I'm sorry, I haven't done what I said I was going to do. And you're like, oh, it's no problem. Like I was launching another girl. I didn't really even like
Yep.
notice, but it's not like I'm not waiting for anybody. And it just creates more of an attractiveness, and it's more fun for everybody. And then they love it and you love it. And it's just a great space to be. So everybody go multiply your business this month, this week. You guys, people need this business. They need this opportunity. They need this potential, this hope, this possibility. And we are the ones that get to offer it to them. So let's just go be missional and excited and expectant that people are going to say yes to us. And here's the thing, you guys, you can grow your business by 1,000, 2,000, 5,000 plus QB in the next 3 days. I've seen it happen all the time. So just commit to it. Go dig for the gold. Go flip over the rocks, like Lisa says. Find your million dollar check. You know, find your next business partner. Scoop in your next 5 people to do, a 30 days to healthy living with you. Just maximize every opportunity with expectancy, with joyfulness, with just an excitedness, because it is a great place to be. So love you all. Thanks for hopping on tonight. And we will definitely be in touch over the next several days. All right. Bye, guys.